If I could get everyone to please stand. Gentlemen, remove your caps while the playing of the national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of Friday Night Lights. I'm Mason Contessa.
And I'm Heathwood.
We'll be your commentators for tonight's game and the last game of the season for the Seminole Ridge Hawks. They're looking to avoid a winless season, currently sitting at 0-9 as they take on the Wellington Wolverines.
The Wellington Wolverines sit at 4-4 for the season right now, looking to make a winning record this season, and we'll see how this game goes tonight. Both teams fighting for A, their first win, and B, a winning season.
Our officials for tonight's game are Jeff Zobik, Demetrius Sherrod, Sean Lenahan, Stephen Boyd, David Rodriguez, and Anna Moore.
Yes. Our officials for tonight's matchup are from the East Coast Football Officials Association.
Kicker Owen Holloway sends it off,
Anna Moore.
and we start this game.
Judge is David Rodriguez. Line judge Stephen Boyd. Linesman is Sean
Kickoff return
Lenahan.
is stopped just shy of the 25-yard line, and Wellington will start with the ball
and
first.
Our head referee in white hat, Jeff Sobek. Oliver was returned for Wolverines. Took the spot right at the 22-yard line. Wellington will start there, 1st and 10.
Wellington quarterback Jonathan Paul takes a snap and hands off on the first play of the drive. Trying to make something happen on that left side, but he is quickly swarmed by the Seminole Ridge defense, brought down shy of the 20-yard line.
A loss of a yard or two back to the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up the 2nd and 12.
That's a good stop early for the Hawks here. On top of this game being important for them to get that first win of the season, it is also the senior night here tonight in their last game of the season. So seniors here fighting to show for their possible last game of football.
And an interception by Dylan Reed. The quarterback was looking to make a quick pass to wide receiver Trey Allen, but Dylan Reed read that one beautifully comes up with the early turnover for the Hawks to set them up in excellent field position.
And early in this game, that is outstanding defense from the Hawks here. That is a different kind of defense that we have not seen for the majority of this season here for the Hawks.
The Hawks coming out now with the ball deep in Wellington territory. Senior quarterback Garrett Rhymes alongside senior running back Willie Young, looking to punch a touchdown in early for the Hawks. The handoff is to Willie Young up the middle, charges forward, down to about the 10-yard line.
Willie Young with the carry up the middle, taking it down to the 8-yard line. Coming up 2nd and 5.
That'll be about a pickup of 2 for the Hawks there. Not a big gain, but they are in the red zone. Should be an easy touchdown for them here.
Willie Young charging up the middle again, working so close to the end zone, brought down inside the 5.
Willie Young with another carry,
and Willie Young has really carried this Seminole Ridge offense on his back all season. Not surprising that they've decided to hand it off to him on the first 2 plays here.
An early touchdown here for the Hawks could really set the tone for this game and could honestly win them the lead early in this game.
Looks like they are going to mark that as a 1st and goal for Seminole Ridge.
Handoff again to Willie Young. Making his way forward, and that will be good for a Seminole Ridge touchdown.
What a start for the Hawks here. Immediately into the game, a pick that's now turned into a touchdown for them. Amazing job from the Hawks defense and their offense to turn this into a scoring play here.
Yes, the wonderful interception by Dylan Reed, and then 3 quick running plays later, the Hawks punch it in.
Yeah, we see that running play working for them. It's worked in the past. They've had off games with it. They've had on games with it. But obviously it seems to be working for them early in this football game.
Now for the extra point, John Ron is the long snapper. Mason Critchlow, it's a fake field goal. He tosses it to Owen Hollowecki, and he goes nowhere. The fake extra point does not work out, and this will stay a 6-0 game.
That's going to make the score. Hawks 6, Wolverines 0.
Early fake in this game. Maybe they're just trying to get that kicker some points here. Show he can do a little bit more than kick.
Absolutely, and confidence might be running a little high there after the interception and the quick touchdown.
Yeah, adrenaline definitely plays a part here. They are definitely hyped up on the sidelines and on the field, scoring a touchdown this early in the ball game.
And now Hollowecki set to kick it away again. On the return is number 14, Nazir Watkins. Had a nice return there, worked it up to the 40-yard line. Finally brought down by standout player for the Hawks, Preston Swoop.
Looks like they'll spot the ball at the 37-yard line. We do have a flag on the play.
Looks like a flag here will bring the Wolverines all the way back to right around the 7-yard line here. That's a big hit for them.
Yeah, could have had really good starting field position there at the 40, but instead deep in their own territory. On the handoff, one of the Wellington players' helmets comes off. As that run goes nowhere, the Hawks defense looking strong early on.
Preston Swoop a part of that tackle. Once again, we can see Preston Swoop trying to make an impression here. We've seen 2 of his fellow senior teammates make commitments to colleges. Maybe he's trying to show out for one final game here, see if he can get any colleges interested in this one night.
Now another handoff on up the middle, and he'll be brought down by Dylan Reed. That was running back Tyree Pearson with the small pickup. Jonathan Paul takes the snap again, firing one to the right side. That is hauled in by Nazir Watkins.
Watkins on the reception for the Wolverines. Looks like that will be good for a Wellington first down.
And that will be good. That will move the chains for the Wolverines here. Trying to just get out of their side of the field. They've been stuck back here right in front of their own end zone. They seem to just be trying to get it anywhere downfield. That first down will help them there.
Wellington with another handoff up the middle. That'll be another short pickup on the ground for them. Wellington running a lot of their early plays out of the split backs formation. Paul taking a snap, looking to pass over the middle, and it goes off the hands of his wide receiver. Looks like he had a lot of room he could have operated with there, but could not haul that one in. As we take a look at our Hawks dance team, keeping the crowd entertained in between plays.
It is not just senior night here for the football team. It is also senior night for our cheer team and our dance team, also our band here.
And now, on second down, the quarterback is going to keep it himself, working his way up that right side. It looks like he had enough. See, he would have been pushed out just short of the first down. About 2 yards to go.
That'll bring up fourth down here for the Wolverines. Just 2 yards to go to get that first down.
Looks like the Wolves are going to punt, not wanting to risk giving the Hawks the ball in good field position again. And that punt will be caught by John Ron. Working his way up the right side. He's got lots of room on the return. He flies right down the line, and a huge pickup on the punt return there. Getting it deep into Wellington Wolves territory.
These Hawks started out strong. They're continuing to be strong. They came out with momentum. They had a goal tonight, and that was to get that win. Their coaches look fired up here. They look fired up. Looks like we're having a good game on our hands here.
So, like I just said, the Wolves had wanted to punt it away, not to risk giving the Hawks another good starting field position, but the great return gives them that anyway. Also, something to note, the Hawks' primary punt returner, Donovan Mays, is out for tonight's game, so there were some concerns about how that special teams unit would look, but looking great so far. Now on the first play of the drive is a quarterback keeper up the middle for Garrett Rhymes. The penalty marker is thrown as he pushes his way forward for about 5.
Refs are talking it over here. It looks like they might move the Hawks back. Correction, they called it against Wellington there, so that will move the Hawks forward, rather. That helps the Hawks even more on an already great drive for them. Seems to just only be getting better here.
Yeah, anytime you see a penalty marker on a run play like that, you kind of assume it's holding. But that time it goes against the Wolves, and the Hawks get even closer to going up 2 scores early on in this first quarter.
After the penalty, they're going to walk that ball down to the 6-yard line. Seminole Ridge will have the ball there, first to go.
Hawks lined up from about the 8-yard line. Handoff now to running back Christopher Augustin. And he'll get very close to the goal line. Brought down just shy. That'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Hawks.
Let's see if the Hawks go for that running play again. Obviously, it's been working for them. They've been good on their feet, so we'll see if they stick to it here, try to put up more points on the board.
The Hawks looking with some power football here on 2nd and short. Handoff to Christopher Augustin up the middle, and he will have plenty for the Seminole Ridge touchdown.
And that will put the Hawks up by 2 scores early in this game. Just over halfway through the first quarter, and Hawks are already leading 12-0 against the Wellington Wolverines here.
The Hawks love to run that tight T formation in the red zone, and they do it there and punch it in for the touchdown. That was junior running back Christopher Augustin's first touchdown of the year. Certainly a big game for him. And the Hawks will probably go for 2 here to try to make up for the missed field goal attempt that did not work out. As I said, working out of that T formation again here. Looks like this time Rhymes kept it himself, and he pushes it forward into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good.
And that will put the Hawks up 14-0 with still 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game. The Hawks are fired up right now. This is probably more energy than we've seen from them all season long. Outstanding start to the game here for the Hawks.
And this is an energy level that we have not seen from these Hawks all season long. See the coaches and the big men having tons of fun on the sideline already. Also, you saw there, number 55, Timothy Castillo. He had been out with injury for a couple games, returning for this one. And it seems like the difference is being felt already. Now another kickoff by Holowecki, fielded by Nazir Watkins. And that kick return will be brought down around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, well done there from the Hawks defense, bringing him down, not letting him get too far past where he would have been already. So far, the Hawks have been great on both ends of the field. Special teams, they tried for the fake one time, didn't work out, so they went for two, and they got it the second time, made up for that original mistake. The Hawks are absolutely fired up right now.
Yes, the Hawks seem to be able to doing whatever they want to do early on in this game.
And now we're seeing our Hawks band here. Wonderful job tonight. It is their senior night. See drum major Sean Giannotti here. That is a senior for the Hawks band.
So just over 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter, but it already feels like a must-score drive for the Wolves. Now a quick handoff to Trey Allen up the right side. And he'll be stopped shy of the 30-yard line, bringing up 2nd and long. Paul taking a snap, this time handing off to Joseph Thomas, trying to cut back inside and pushing his way forward. The second effort gets him a couple extra yards there. That will bring up 3rd down.
He really tried to push through the defense there. He will pick up a few yards, not enough for the first down. We'll stay at 3rd down here, but we'll see if the Wolverines can pick up on this drive.
Handoff up the middle again. This time Tyreer Pearson pushes his way forward for the first, but there was a flag down on the field.
After the play, they're going to stop that out at the 38-yard line. That's going to be good for Wolverines. First down.
So it looks like that penalty flag will be picked up as the Wolves will have a 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Wolves going with 2 running backs in the backfield again. Handoff is to Tyree Pearson. Short pickup of about 2 yards there on 1st down.
Carry up the middle, brought down by Swoop. 3-yard gain on the play. They'll set up 2nd and 7.
That'll bring up 2nd and about 7 here for the Wellington Wolverines. Trying to build momentum, but that Hawks defense is not shutting down. They will not let them through. They're not letting the Wolverines get a chance here at all.
On 2nd down, ripping one to the right side. That's hauled in by Watkins. And he will sneak across for the Wellington 1st down.
Ball pass complete.
You know, might have to put my foot in my mouth here because they immediately got that 1st down. Well done by the Wolverines here. Hawks defense letting that slip through, but they still seem to be fired up and ready to move on for this next play.
It seems like the Hawks defense has shut down this Wellington rush attack, but every time Wellington has gone to the passing play, it seems to have worked out for them. It'll be interesting to see if Wellington adjusts to be more pass heavy as this game goes on. And they go back to the run. And it'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. As I said, that Hawks defense standing strong against the run.
You know, I think we've seen throughout this entire season, every single team has stuck with the running plate. There's not been a lot of strong QBs making the passing plays. Not a lot of passing in general throughout this season, so I think all the defenses are tuned for that running play, and when a team can get a good pass off, they don't know what to do with it.
Wellington will look to pass now. Short pass to his wide receiver, Trey Allen. Looks like they will rule that an incompletion.
Ball pass goes incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
That'll bring up 3rd down for the Wolves now.
They'll move them to 3rd and 7 here. They need a 1st down. They need to make something happen here. Get that 1st down, move further downfield. I think this is the first time the Wolverines have been on the Hawks half, so they are making moves, but they will need to get further to progress into this ball game.
Now a quick screen pass on the right side to the running back. Fighting his way forward across the 40-yard line. And he will be brought down very close to the 1st down marker. That'll bring up a 4th and short for the Wolves. Let's see what they decide to do here.
Spot the ball right at the 40-yard line. It'll bring up,
you know, it becomes a question here. Is their kicker strong enough to get that ball from this far? Is it worth them attempting a kick here? The wind is strong tonight. So it looks like instead they will let the 1st quarter run out here. So we'll see what they decide when that 2nd quarter starts back up here. That will leave the Hawks 14-0. A big lead here in that 1st quarter, bigger than we've seen the Hawks have all season long. They came out flying with that interception, getting straight downfield, making the moves they needed to make, and making stops on defense left and right. You know, this is a strong Hawks football team tonight.
It's definitely very different from the team that we've seen all year, possibly partly because we do have a lot of players that have returned from injury tonight. Could have been the missing piece for the Hawks all year long.
Fourth and 2 here. It looks like they are not going to kick it. They send out the offense here.
Looks like we do have a timeout on the field. Wolverines.
And the Wolves will call a timeout before their 4th down call. a new set of personnel is coming onto the field. I wonder if they changed their mind to go for this one. We see Seminole Ridge head coach Chad Chavallo and Coach Locker talking to their team, trying to hype up this defense to get a stop here. And rather surprisingly, the Wolves do decide to punt it away. Looks like that punt will roll into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line. Seminole Ridge will have it there. First and 10.
On 4th and 2, the Wolves were probably thinking about doing a run play there, but the Hawks had been stopping that run game all the first quarter, and they just weren't confident enough to go to the pass on 4th and 2. So they punted away and give the Hawks a 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Rasheed Lamar goes in motion, and he gets the handoff on the jet sweep. And the defense charges into the backfield for the quick stop. Looks like a loss of about 1 yard there.
Not sure what the call was there. Looks like the refs will move the Hawks up, though.
Looks like there was a flag on the play. Give a 5 yards. Be first and 5.
Hawks and Lamar in motion again. This time the handoff is up the middle to Willie Young, and he has no room to go. Looks like that Wellington defense is stopping the Hawks' rushing attack early here in the second quarter.
Bring up the 2nd and 4.5.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, their feet hurt. They want to walk slower. She's like, duh. And I was like, and you're still walking fast. She's like, I can't walk slow to make my feet hurt more. But you walking fast making our feet hurt. What do you mean? It's because you're not thinking about your feet. You're thinking about people looking at you. We're thinking about our feet.
Rhymes with another handoff to Willie Young. Stiff arms a man, charging his way forward. That's going to be a nice pickup there. The defenders first made contact with Young around the line of scrimmage, but he just bulldozed him and worked his way down to the 40-yard line.
Taking it out near the 40-yard line until the spot at about 39. First and 10 for Seminole Ridge.
Looks like the Hawks will have 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. After the Wolves had stopped their rushing attack on 1st and 2nd down, they were not deterred and pick up the first there. Now Rasheed Lamar goes in motion yet again. This time Rhymes will keep it himself, charging forward for a small pickup of about 4 yards.
Quarterback keeper Oliver with the big hit for Wellington, bring them down to the 44-yard line. 5-yard gain in the play, 2nd and 5.
That'll bring up about 2nd and 6 for the Hawks here.
Another handoff to Willie Young. That time he gets swallowed up in the backfield. Looks like Wellington defender Derek Carrera got to him first. stopped around the 41-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Hawks.
Bring up 3rd and 8.
At the end of the night, my face was just like, why the fuck is my ear? Like, he racing for real. Isn't that, oh my goodness, she swear, like, she, every time I saw her, she's like, has this thing attitude about her. Like,
We'll see what the Hawks offense can do here. They've been strong so far.
Rhymes looking to throw one deep on 3rd down. And that one is picked off by Wellington. John Crocker comes up with the INT on that play.
John Crocker coming up with an interception for Wellington. But there is a flag on the play. Looks like it was a roughing the passer penalty on the play against Wellington.
So it does look like that pick will not count. Hawks got extremely lucky there. That would have been a huge play for the Wolverines. The refs were moving them back. Correction, it looks like they're moving the ball forward here. Sorry, refs were talking it over there. That is a penalty against Wellington. So that will move the Hawks forward here.
And as you can see in the background of this shot, Wellington has really brought the house tonight. They brought their cheerleaders, their color guard, and their band to tonight's game.
Refs coming to talk it over here. Not sure what they're discussing, but something here needs to be arranged. Looks like they will leave the ball as it lies. It will be 1st down for the Hawks here.
Looks like the Hawks will go with a 4 wide receiver set. They got Howard, Johnson, Alvin, and Lamar. Willie Young in the backfield, and of course Garrett Rhymes at the helm.
After a little confusion, we're going to mark the ball out.
And the refs have made their decision. So here we go now. 1st and 10 for the Hawks. Rasheed Lamar goes in motion. Rhymes fakes the handoff to him and tries to keep it himself. But that Wellington defense breaking through their line yet again. That was Jaden Welsh and Derek Herrera combined for the tackle there.
That will bring up 2nd and looks like about 15 here for the Hawks. They'll need to make some big plays to come back. It looks like they're trying to look for that passing play now, but you know, the running play has worked on either side for both teams. Do they stick to it? Do they change it up here? Running has been what they can do all season long, so we'll see here.
Yes, would be highly surprising to see the Hawks run away from that run game, but now they attempt a pass here on 2nd and long. Rhymes was looking for Jordan Johnson over the middle, but that pass will fall incomplete.
It looks like that pass came right off of his hands there. Could be the question of, have they been working this pass play enough? You know, in practice is one thing, but having that game experience, working those passes in a game can make the real difference, and all they've done all season long is run. So are these players ready and conditioned to catch passes?
And as we said, the Hawks have leaned on that run game this year, but it might have been out of necessity. As we see early on here, the Hawks just cannot get a passing game going. That's been a similar theme all year, as Wellington will call a timeout before the 2nd and long play. Excuse me, 3rd down. The Hawks looking to avoid the punt on 3rd and long. Rhymes looking to pass under heavy pressure. And he'll be brought down in the backfield. That was Nicholas Lane with the sack, but it looks like there will be a penalty.
Will be a holding call. Will be declined by the Wolverines.
It'll be a holding call on Seminole Ridge. Wolverines will decline that, bring up 4th down for the Hawks. Not sure what option they have here other than to punt.
And that will be what they do. Quarterback Garrett Rhymes is also in charge of punting. Looks like he's rolling out, and it almost looked like he was trying to convince the defense he was looking for a pass there, maybe a fake punt, but he does kick it away. And the Wolverines will get another shot in offense, trying to cut into this 14-point deficit.
You know, we're seeing some interesting plays tonight from the Hawks, trying new things, trying things that we don't really see often here in high school football, but you know, they're trying it, and if it works, it works. Have some fun out there. Last game of the season. Let some new guys get touchdowns and just enjoy this ball game.
Wolves now looking to pass on 1st down. Quarterback with plenty of time in the pocket. Now he's under heavy rush. Looks like Thomas Grosso pushed him out of the pocket there.
Quarterback keeper taking it out right near the 15-yard line. Yard gain on the play to bring up 2nd and 9.
Looks like 2nd and 9 here. Not a huge pickup from the QB there. Looked like he had plenty of time. Should have been able to get something off there, but unfortunately he could not. Didn't see an open route there. Tried to roll out to that left side and just could not get much yardage there.
Oh my goodness.
On 2nd down now, the Wolverines looking to pass again.
Oh my goodness.
And that one goes just over the head of wide receiver Christopher Rodriguez. That could have been a big connection if he hauled it in.
You know, it looks like he got hands on that and it just slipped right through. Even he looked upset about that play. We've now seen that on both sides for the Wolverines and for the Hawks. Those passing plays, making those mistakes, dropping a ball that is going right to their hands could be a question, like I said before, of have they run this throwing play enough? Have they done it enough in practice? We'll see.
As the Wolves clearly came out wanting to run the ball, starting to realize that passing might be the way to go as they try to pass again here over the middle. And that pass will fall to the ground. Seminole Ridge defense holding strong against the passing game, and the Wolves will have to punt it away again.
You know, again, the Hawks defense are holding the Wolverines back, not letting them get into the other half, and keeping it tight here in this game, not letting anything slip. Awesome job from the Hawks defense here.
Looks like that was Christopher Rodriguez, the wide receiver who missed the catch, that punted that one away.
Punt down at the 44-yard line. Seminole Ridge will take over there. 1st and 10, we will have officials timeout in the field for the water break. Cheerleaders, warm up them throwing arms.
That'll put the Hawks right at the 44-yard line here, just about right there. You know, not bad field position for the Hawks, seeing as they've held the Wolverines into their own half for pretty much this entire ball game. And this is the second or third drive where the Hawks have already started in the opposing half. So Hawks defense seems to be doing it right. Their offense needs to capitalize.
Yes, sir. Even though the Hawks are up 14-0, both of their scoring drives came off a very good starting field position. We're yet to see the Hawks put together a full drive and march down the field. On first down now, the Hawks will run it with Christopher Augustin.
We'll bring up second down. Looks like they picked up about 3 on that play there. You know, like my co-host just said, we've yet to really see the Hawks complete a full drive, get that ball downfield, and really make something happen in the long term on a drive here. So we'll see what they can do. They've got good field position. They need to make something happen, though.
Now another handoff up the middle to Augustin, but that time he gets wrapped up by Noah Jean. Tackled right around the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up third down.
Wellington in the backfield did be a loss of the play. Taking it back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to make up third down and 10 for the Hawks.
Good stop there from the Wolverines. They read that ball. They knew where it was going to go, and they made the stop they needed to make. They made it quick, and they made it clean. So they're doing well on defense right now. We'll see if they can keep that up as we are in third down here for the Hawks.
And prior to the third down play, that's going to be a false start against the Hawks. That'll back them up 5 yards, make it a third and even longer.
Looks like 3rd and 15 here for the Hawks. They need to convert, but there's a lot of yards in front of them here.
The Hawks probably going to have to turn to the pass play in this one, and they proved me wrong by running it right up the middle with the quarterback keeper. Garrett Rhymes splicing his way through the defense. And he'll be finally brought down, but not before picking up plenty for the first down.
Hey, I mean, we saw that was Garrett Rhymes for the Hawks there, getting a little shifty on his feet, making moves, getting that ball downfield. It looked like they were trying for that passing play, like you said, but they just couldn't find that option. He did what he knew best and just ran for it.
Lamar going in motion. Garrett Rhymes is going to keep it himself. Another quarterback keeper. This one not as successful as he's brought down shy of the 20-yard line.
You know, it raises the question, are they being too confident? They've got a 2-score lead here. They're starting to get comfortable. Garrett Rhymes is obviously starting to try different plays, get that ball around the field, take it on his own feet. Less handoffs, more possible passing plays, but they are just not making it happen right now.
The Hawks with trips right. Looked like they were going for a screen pass to Augustin, but the defense swallowed it up, and now Garrett Rhymes breaks free. And the ball did come out at the end of that play.
Rhymes with the quarterback keeper. The ball did come out at the end.
Waiting for the signal from the refs. And that will be Wellington football. A fumble and a turnover there by Garrett Rhymes. The Hawks were moving down the field there, got it down to the 10-yard line. Just unfortunate there.
It did look like there was some disagreement among the refs there. Our sideline here was saying that his knee was down. So unsure of the decision that was made, but the refs came to a decision, and they know a whole lot better than we do. So.
But that was the second play in a row where the Hawks tried to run something, but the pocket just collapsed too quick, and Rhymes had to keep it himself. And he got decent yardage with his legs. Unfortunately, it did pop out at the end there. But now Wellington, on the first play of their drive, Joseph Thomas runs it down just shy of the 20-yard line.
Well done there by Liam Ishizaki to keep that player wrapped up in his arms, grab him by the ankle and pull him down. Looked like he was going to run through the defense and get that ball further downfield, but Liam made the play he needed to make.
Now Paul trying to heave one deep downfield.
Wolverines with a pass and catch, taking it all the way in for a Wolverines touchdown.
And that Hail Mary was complete. That is a touchdown for the Wolverines. What a change of events there in this football game. The Hawks were flying down the field, the unfortunate fumble turnover, and then just one play, the Wolves take the top off the Seminole Ridge defense for a massive 90-yard touchdown almost.
You know, it just shows how quickly this game could change here for the Hawks. We've seen them, you know, throw away early leads in the past throughout this season. They still hold a one-score lead. We'll see if the Wolves get this extra point, but this game can change very quickly if the Hawks let plays like that happen. Unfortunate there for the Hawks.
Some movement on the line there prior to the extra point. That'll be offsides against the Hawks. This is kicker Logan Griffin set to take the extra point.
You know, Logan Griffin has had a good season so far. Looks like they're going to try to run a trick play. Not sure what the move here is. But as I was saying, Logan Griffin has had a good season. We'll see if he can keep it up here in the last game of the season for the Hawks.
And after all of that shifting and confusion, it'll be a regular extra point. So the Wolverines will pull within 7.
For the conversion, that's going to make the score. Hawks 14, Wolverines 7.
And on the sideline there, you see two of Seminole's star players, linebacker Ty Jackson and cornerback Ikong Blake, both out with injury tonight. Almost surprising how well the Seminole Ridge defense had played until that last passing play. A couple key players out on that defensive side of the ball. Griffin on the kickoff now. And that one will bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
Wellington's kickoff goes into the end zone. That will go as a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. The Hawks will have it there, 1st and 10.
Just a minute and 46 seconds left in the first half here. Score is Hawks 14, Wolverines 7. It is a one-score game here. Anybody could win here.
And just before they start their drive here, let's drop our first trivia question of the night. All right, the question is, which NFL team features a helmet decal only on one side of the helmet? Which NFL team has a decal only on one side of their helmet? We'll give you the answer at the start of halftime. But for now, the Hawks looking to answer back to the Wolves. They'll hand it off up the middle to Willie Young, trying to shift his way forward. He gets that one down to the 25-yard line. Pick up of 5 on first down.
You know, he plowed through that first line of defenders there, got through him. It was when they continued to pursue him that they brought him down. You know, it becomes a game of strength there when you're in close quarters like that, running down the middle, and it looked like Willie Young had the strength to push for a few extra yards there.
Now they send Young in motion prior to the snap. The Hawks looking to pass over the middle. And that one is hauled in by Azariah Alvin. Brought down fairly quickly after the catch. About a tip of the football shy of the 30-yard line now.
Bring up third and about a half a yard.
Third and about a yard now for the Hawks. Now the Hawks looking to pass way downfield. And that pass will fall incomplete. The Hawks were so close to having a big passing play of their own, but it was not meant to be.
Just under 40 seconds in the first half here. It looks like there will be some offsetting penalties here, so should have no effect. One of those flags was a holding.
And the other one was a roughing the passer call against the Wolves. Definitely a shame there for both teams, because those penalties really could have helped them out. On 3rd and 1, the Hawks will try it again, and this time they will hand it off to start running back Willie Young, but it looks like
we do have a timeout in the field. Wellington.
Is it?
Was stopped short. Going to bring up 4th down and about a
Looks like the refs will spot that ball just shy of the first down marker. That'll bring up 4th and inches for the Hawks.
Extremely close for the Hawks. It looks like they're going to send out special teams here.
Even though it is just a couple of inches, really no point in risking giving the Wolverines great field position with under 30 seconds left in this half. The Hawks do get the ball back to start the second half. So I'd say punting it away here would probably be the better decision, unless they have a very creative offensive play drawn up. The Hawks lined up in that T formation. And now they will call a timeout. It looks like they might have just been trying to draw the Wolves off sides there. Doesn't work. Everybody stays put. And now let's see if they send out the punting unit.
You know, we see our head coaches for the Hawks here talking it over. That is Coach Locker and Coach Shafalo there, trying to figure out what this next play should be. Should they punt it away, be secure, or should they try to go for it here? It is only a few inches, but is it worth that risk of possibly giving the Wolverines another touchdown extremely late in this first half here?
Also, another big injury that we forgot to mention, the Hawks starting center Nathan Jean-Marie is out with injury. He has been an anchor for this offensive line all year long. Definitely a big loss for the Hawks tonight. And Rhymes will punt this one away now as the clock winds down. And that ball will be downed on the Hawks side of the 50-yard line.
They'll spot the ball down.
Looks like they'll spot it right around the 49, and Wolves offense will come out here. Try to get 1 or 2 plays here before the end of the half. See what they can do. Try to possibly tie up this ball game, or if they can get a touchdown and go for 2, they could very well put themselves in a leading position before the end of this half.
And the Wolves have to be looking to pass here. 14 seconds, just not enough time to run the ball down from the 48-yard line. And they will look to pass over the middle. He was looking for his tight end, Christopher Rodriguez, there. But the tight end did not get his head around in time. That ball falls incomplete.
Just over 10 seconds left in this first half here. Again, we'll see what the Wolves can do. Looks like they're making some changes on their offense here, or at least talking it over. We'll see. The passing play seems to be their only option. Maybe they could get a lucky run, but the smart move here would be to go for a pass, get that ball downfield, and try to get a touchdown here.
Looking to pass again over the middle. And it looks like that one will be picked off by cornerback John Ron.
Just 4 seconds. 4 seconds left in this first half. That pick secures a lead for the Hawks entering that second half. That is a great defensive play there. Well done to get that interception, get down, keep that ball safe and close to him.
And this Wellington quarterback, some issues with ball security here in the first half. That's his second INT. That time, senior cornerback John Ron came up with it.
And we'll see what the Hawks do here. Will they play it safe, just try to run out this clock, maybe get 1 play, not try to get a lot of yardage here? You know, is it worth taking a risk and let the Wolves score a possible pick 6? Or do they just let that clock run out? They have the ball starting this second half, so they have the room to simply let this clock run out and start it up again in the second half.
And the Hawks will not take any chances and will just kneel it out to send us to halftime. We do have some performances coming up between the Seminole Ridge and Wellington bands, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But just before we go to the halftime break, let's get you the answer to that trivia question. The question was, which NFL team features a helmet decal only on one side of the helmet? The answer was the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, you see the halftime counter in the bottom right side of your screen, and we'll wait for the bands to get all set up and do their performances.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Seminole Ridge High School dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, one more big round of applause for the Seminole Ridge High School dance team. And now, for your halftime entertainment, Wellington High School proudly presents the 2024 edition of the mighty Wolverine Sound. The band is led this year by drum majors Ellie Wunsch and Farlene John, band captain Jasper Hugh Manning, percussion captain Parker Scott and Hudson Simmons, and auxiliary captains Catherine O'Neill and Abby Birdsall. Tonight, the band will perform the latter half of their show, Do You Remember?, featuring the songs of Earth, Wind, and Fire, featuring Boogie Wonderland, Let's Groove, September, and other Earth, Wind, and Fire songs that you all know and love. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the mighty Wolverine Sound. Wolverine Sound. The Mighty Wolverine Sound, the Wolverine Band Boots Association would like to thank our current corporate sponsors, Weaver Farms LLC, M&M Drywall, Atlantic Teas, and Pet Supplies Plus. Corporate sponsor opportunities are listed on our website, whband.com. Principal Wellington High School is Mrs. Kara Gorham. Director of Bands is Nick Hoffman. Percussion instructor is Kate Levy. Auxiliary instructor is Erica Rolfo. Drill instructor is drill writer is Michael Matthews. This has been the voice of the Mighty Wolverine Sound, Jason Smith, and if you recognize my voice, that means two things. Number one, you're old, and number two, you remember that I was the football announcer at this school for 4 years when the school opened, and I'm going to do something I used to do back then. Who are we? Louder. Who are we? Who are we? Go Wolverines.
Hey guys, down there, before you guys freak out, yes, there's band members in front of the call. It's fine, they'll move soon, okay? Before you guys start to freak out down there.
So the halftime performances are all finished up. And we have just over 2 minutes remaining before we get back to the football action.
Don't forget, tonight's game is part of the Friday Night Lights Tour, presented by the U.S. Army. Be sure to visit the U.S. Army Station, located here in the front of the stadium, to enter for your choice to win $100 tonight.
And we see the Hawks getting ready to come out for the second half of action. And while we wait this final minute, let's ask our second trivia question of the night. The question is, who is the last non-quarterback to win NFL MVP? Who's the last non-quarterback to win NFL MVP?
Don't forget, concession stand is open. They've got water and soda and Gatorade. They've got hot
And with that,
dogs,
the clock
pretzels,
will
or
run out.
pizza,
There will be the start of the
nachos with
second
cheese,
half of this ball game here.
a hamburger or a cheeseburger. For
The
dessert.
Hawks will get the ball
How about
first,
some ice
looking
cream
to
or
extend the 7-point lead that they have.
And for that 4-course meal, how about some snacks? They got
But
chips
now,
and
prior
popcorn.
to the action resuming, let's go ahead and get the answer to that trivia question. Who is the last non-quarterback to win NFL MVP? The answer was running back Adrian Peterson. The NFL MVP award has been quarterback dominated for a while now, but Adrian Peterson was able to break through.
Looks like Jake List was able to get on top of that one for the Wolverines on the onside kick. Wellington will
And
take over.
out of nowhere, he'll squib that kick, and the
They're gonna spot the
Wolverines
ball at the 41
will
yard
pick
line.
it up. It will be the
Wolverines will have their
Wolverines'
first
ball
and 10.
here at the start of the second half. They had it in the first half, and the Hawks were not at all ready for a play like that. The Wolverines somehow managed to get that ball back and start the second half of this ball game with possession. Could be huge for them.
Yes, that Hawks return team was just completely off guard, and you can't blame them. That was very unexpected. But the gamble works off for the Wolves, and now they will have a chance to tie this game up with their first possession of the second half. But on the first play there, the screen pass to the left side.
Wolverines pass complete to Pearson.
Tyree
Taking it down to
Pearson.
the 38-yard line.
Get that ball just shy of the 37-yard line.
3-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 7.
And with that play, we have ourselves a ball game here.
Dylan Reed with the tackle
Hawks
for Seminole
only
Ridge.
lead by 1 score. Wolverines can take this lead very quickly. Hawks seem to have lost that momentum we saw in the first 5 to 10 minutes of this ball game. So we'll see if they can pick it up and get back to where they were earlier.
Wellington looking to pass over the middle. And that ball will fall to the ground incomplete. Looking for Philip
Pass
Sabatino on
attempted
that
for Sabatino.
passing
That's
play.
incomplete. They'll bring up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and about 7 here for the Wolverines, and we've seen all types of passing plays from them. I mean, Hail Marys, hospital balls, they've been trying to get outlets short, whatever they can to get that ball downfield on the passing play. But will they resort to a running play if that passing continues to just come up short?
The Wolves looking to pass again. Quarterback rolling out to his right. Looks like he's going to keep this one himself. And nobody picked up the quarterback there. You have plenty of room for the first down.
Taking across the line again, inside the 30 to the 29.
The Hawks defense appears to be just coming out kind of slow here. They're not making big moves. They're not making the tackles. They're leaving slots open for the Wolverines to really capitalize here on offense at the very, very start of this second half here. We'll see if they can pick it up, build the momentum they need, and make the stops they need right now, because as of right now, the Wolverines are just moving that ball downfield.
Now a run play on 1st and 10. Up the middle, finding his way down to the 25-yard line.
Wolverines taking it down to the 25-yard line, 4-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 6.
That'll bring up 2nd and 6 now for the Wolverines.
Klingon Smith with the tackle for Seminole Ridge.
Wolverines will talk it over here amongst themselves. Try to figure out what play they can make here, what they can do, try to capitalize as they are moving downfield. One of the few times they've been in the Hawks half here in this ball game.
Now another handoff there to Tyree Pearson. Almost fumbled the handoff. But was able to hold on to it.
Pearson with the carry brought down by Parker.
That'll bring up 3rd down. It looks like he was just a few yards short of the first down there, roughly 4 yards short. So it'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Wolverines here.
The Wolves with 4 wide receivers again. Heavy rush from the right side. Quarterback flicks one down the field. And that pass will fall incomplete.
Wellington's pass a little bit long.
Wellington wide receiver was looking for a pass interference call.
3 for the Wolverines.
Looks like he won't get it. That'll bring up 4th and short for the Wolves.
I mean, that could have been a huge play for the Wolverines here, but again, those incompletions, just the ball downfield is just seemingly not working for them. But you say that, and then we think back to that Hail Mary ball downfield to put them within 1 score for this ball game. So it's really anybody's guess as to what the Wolverines will do here.
Quarterback is going to keep this one himself. Running up the middle, it looks like
Ball with the quarterback keeper.
he will be marked down short of the first down markers. That is a stop on 4th down for the Hawks.
Down to Seminole Ridge.
And, you know, that was honestly a smart play for the Wolverines. They just needed to get a little bit more to get that first down. They were in a good field position. They had the ability to make a mistake there and still leave the Hawks far from the touchdown here.
Yes, for sure. Very different from when they had a similar play, 4th and 2, deep in their own territory. They took the saves option there. This time, they take the risk deep in similar territory, and it does not pan out. But the Hawks will start from about the same place they would if it was a regular kickoff. And on 1st and 10, looking for Jordan Johnson. That pass will fall incomplete.
A little bit high. Incomplete.
That passing game still just not there for the Hawks. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Wellington defenders swarming
And we do have late flags
Seminole Ridge there, but there is a late flag on the play.
Out to the 24-yard line. So that will go as a sideline warning.
Looks like that penalty did not change anything. Still 3rd and long for the Hawks. Rhymes taking a snap now. Looking for his receiver on a short curl route. Looks to be Luther Howard on the reception there. Well short of the first down.
Howard on the reception.
That'll bring up 4th down here for the Hawks. You know, the smart decision here would be to punt. We've seen them do all kinds of plays tonight when you think the smart play is to punt. So we'll see what they do decide here. You know, their punter is also their quarterback, Garrett Rhymes. He plays both of those positions. So if need be, they could get a passing play out of a fake punt here.
Yes, that would be very interesting to see. Although the Seminole Ridge offense has struggled to run a regular pass play, I'd be surprised if they could execute a fake pass play. And they do not attempt one here. Rhymes will punt it away, and that will bounce out of bounds around the 35-yard line. And the Wellington Wolverines will have another chance to tie this ball game up here in the 3rd quarter.
You know, they roll their punter out to that right side every time here when they go to punt. Seems like he's trying to find an outlet, but never seeming to get that ball off.
Now on the first play of the drive, the Wellington quarterback trying to hit his receiver on a streak. Looking for Trey Allen there. But good coverage by the Hawks, knocks that one incomplete.
Yeah, well done by the Hawks defense there, shutting that ball down, not letting him make that completion. That could have been a dangerous ball there. Could have got the Wolverines into good field position to make something happen on this drive.
Now a handoff up the middle to the running back. And he cuts his way forward to the 45-yard line.
Take it out to the 44-yard line.
About 2 yards short of the first.
Binda with a tackle for Seminole Ridge. We do have a flag on the play. Looks like that will go as a holding call against Wellington, and we'll back him up.
So there was a penalty on the field here. Unsure of what the call was. And that'll put the Wolverines at about the 26 here. We'll see what they can do.
Going to bring up second down and 20 for Wellington.
Quarterback looking to pass on the left side. Looking for Trey Allen again, but that's Hawks quarterback Javaro Mitchell with the pass breakup.
You know, and that is another outstanding stop there for the Hawks defense. They've been making the stops that they need to make throughout this game. We've seen that defense make that stop over and over again. They need their offense to pick up here, secure this game for them, park the bus, and just get them that first win of the season in their last ball game this year.
On third and long now, Wellington looking to pass, but the pocket breaks down. Wellington quarterback was able to step up in the pocket, but that will be nowhere close to the first down. And that'll bring up fourth down for the Wolves. And on fourth and long, the Wolves will punt it away. And the punt is muffed by returner trying to make the best of it, shedding the tackles. And what was almost a disaster turns into a decent return there for Rashid Lamar, getting the Hawks past the 30-yard line.
Lamar with the return for Seminole Ridge.
And that puts the Hawks into great field position here. You know, like you just said, muffed that punt there. Could have been disastrous for the Hawks, but he managed to recover, keep his composure, and gain great yardage there for the Hawks.
All right, here we go. Allison Santos.
Now the Hawks looking to finally pull away from a one-score game. The score has been sitting at 14-7 for a decent amount of time now.
Addison Tamayo. Savannah.
Hawks would likely look to set the tone early on in the drive with running back Willie Young.
Brianna Persuade. Brooke Atkins. Taylor Tolson. Jamie Allison. Kira Taub. Abby Ryan.
And the handoff is to Young, charging up the middle.
Oliver Olivia Donovan.
And he just ran through everybody there, getting it past the 50-yard line. Good for a Seminole Ridge first down.
You know, I just spoke about it not long ago. Defense making stops, defense doing what they needed to get done, and they needed the offense to reciprocate here. From everything I can see, the Hawks offense is doing what they need to do, helping out that defense, because, you know, their defense got it done. So we'll see if they can continue to do well here.
Sophia Kalo.
The Hawks running out of a bit of a wildcat formation. It looked like Jordan Johnson received the snap himself and ran it up the middle.
Deandra Prince. Sailor Ruiz. Enise Puleo.
Pickup of about 4 there on first down. That'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Georgia Garrison. Zoe Hayden.
You know, Hawks are not in bad field position at all. 2nd and 6. They've got an opportunity to make something happen here. We'll see if they can get it done.
Your 2024 sideline cheerleader.
And another play kept on the ground there. doesn't really seem to go anywhere. That'll bring up third and about the same distance.
Hawks need to convert here. We'll see if they'll try to stick with that running play, but honestly, the passing play has been working for them in this ball game. So we'll see if they go to what's been working throughout this ball game.
Garrett Rhymes back to receive the snap. Looking to pass, he's going to fire one over the middle, but incomplete. He was looking for Nelson Quintas there. That'll bring up third and medium. Correction, fourth and medium now. The Hawks with some motion before the punt. And it looks like it will just be a regular punt. And that'll take a very positive Seminole Ridge bounce. Almost getting to the 10-yard line. As Rhymes pins the Wolves offense deep in their own territory on the punt.
The 15-yard line where the Wolverines will take over. First and 10.
Wellington on the first play will keep it on the ground. And the running back with this huge second effort, pushing his way forward. That's Tyree Pearson just refusing to go down, and he breaks free. The refs did not blow the whistle. And wow, what an effort there by Pearson, just refusing to go down.
We do have a player down on the field. Taking the ball all the way down to the 39-yard line.
But there is a Seminole Ridge player down on the field with injury. That was a huge pickup for the Wellington offense. Just a simple run play. Seminole Ridge swarmed the running back, but somehow managed to break free and get deep into Seminole Ridge territory on that one.
What a nice hand as he makes his way back towards the sideline.
And that is star linebacker Liam Ishizaki limping off the field. Walking under his own power, but with a serious limp there.
You know, that is sad to see late in this ball game. It is the last game of the season. You know, luckily he has another year of ball for him, but it is still sad to see a player go down late in the season like this.
Now Wellington on first and 10 will hand it off up the middle to Joseph Thomas.
Thomas with the carry for the Wolverines. Taking it down inside.
He'll get that ball down to the 24-yard line.
Good for another Wellington first down.
Going back to that Liam Ishizaki injury, that Seminole Ridge middle linebacker core is so banged up. Middle linebacker Davron Powell out with injury, Ty Jackson out with injury, and now Liam Ishizaki having to go out with injury. It is a skeleton crew for the Hawks at middle linebacker. Now the Wolves will hand it off again on up the middle, and he charges right through the defense down to the 10-yard line. This Wellington run game really picking up here in the third quarter. The Hawks just cannot stop it.
Yeah, that Hawks momentum seems to be gone. I mean, all signs right now are pointing to a Wolverine touchdown. The question now becomes, if they score this touchdown, do they take the extra point, secure a tie ball game, or do they go for that 2-point conversion, risk it, possibly not take a lead here? We will see.
See, the Wolves did have 3 receivers, right? But there's a handoff. They go right back to Thomas, but this time he is swallowed up in the backfield.
Ryan Doherty with the tackle for Seminole Ridge.
You know, that is well done by the Hawks defense there, making the stop they need to make. As I've said throughout this night, the Hawks are doing what they need to do on defense. It's just their offense that needs to get it downfield, needs to make those smart plays and score just one more touchdown, maybe 2 more, secure this game and close it out with just under 60 seconds left in the third quarter here.
And now Wellington will go with a pitch to Trey Allen, trying to make something happen there, but he goes nowhere. The Hawks swarming him again.
Second and goal, or third and goal from the 12. Put a nice hand for our Seminole Ridge cheerleaders doing their stunts down there. Looking good.
Clock is running here. It looks like the Wolverines are going to try to rush a play, see what they can do. It is third down, though. Need to convert here.
The quarterback's going to try to keep it himself, but there's nowhere for him to go. Ryan Doherty swallows him up in the backfield.
And that is another absolutely heroic play here on defense.
And that will take us to the end of the third quarter with the score: Hawks 14, Wolverines 7.
So that great defensive play will bring up a 4th and long for the Wolves and will send us to the fourth quarter.
You know, just 12 minutes left in this ball game. We'll see what either team can do here.
So Heath, if you were the Wellington coach in this situation, what decision would you make here?
You know, it is a 4th and long. You know, we're seeing them come out on the field now too. I think I would have made that exact same decision to kick this ball away, try to get points on the board, and try to score a touchdown later in this fourth quarter. There's still time in this ball game. They have time to get that ball back. They just need their defense to make a stop after this field goal here.
All right, the field goal attempt is up. And it hits the crossbar and bounces out. The kick is no good. He had the aim, just did not have the range for that kick. And the Hawks will keep a 7-point lead.
Unfortunate there for the Wolverines. Missed that field goal. You know, still a 1-score game. Definitely still a chance here. This ball game is not out of their hands, but they do need to make some stops here. They need to make some big plays and do what they need to do to close out this game.
Here the Hawks go, trying to put this game on ice. Handing up to Willie Young, and he's got plenty of space over the middle. charging down with some good blocks. And a massive run play on first down for the Hawks will get them all the way down to the Wolves' 35-yard line. That is exactly what the Hawks were hoping to do here on this drive.
Looks like they spot him down at the
So, you know, I just spoke about heroic plays on the defense. Now we're seeing heroic plays on the offense, too. Willie Young absolutely getting it done there. Getting that ball downfield, breaking tackles, just shoving players off of him. Both sides of that Hawks ball game are outstanding right now.
Now a fake handoff to Rasheed Lamar, as Rhymes will keep it himself.
Rhymes with the quarterback keeper, taking it across the 35 down to 34-yard line, 2-yard gain on the play.
Getting it down to the 34-yard line. Pickup of about 2 yards there, bringing up 2nd and 8.
Hey, Wellington fans, how about a nice hand for your cheerleaders out there? We hear them all the way up here in the booth. Nice job.
Hawks with trips right now. Rhymes looking to pass. He's going to flip it to his left side to Azariah Alvin. He's got some blockers. And fighting his way forward on the left side. Going out of bounds around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's another good pickup for the Hawks here. They need to continue with this play. Obviously, it's working. They're getting that ball downfield, doing what they need to do. You know, if the Hawks can get another touchdown, I don't think it's all that crazy to say that this game might be shut down for the Wolverines.
And I love that look that the Hawks gave there. They had trips right, but they decided to flip it to the one man on the left side. Got some blockers to come over and picked up enough yardage for the first down. Handoff now to Rasheed Lamar on the right side. Trying to cut through, but does not pick up a lot.
Taking that ball down near the 17-yard line.
Down to the 17-yard line now. Pickup of about 3, bringing up 2nd and 7.
Hawks in good territory here. Could score a touchdown in this drive. Would be amazing for them if they could try to secure that win in the last game of their regular season.
Handoff to Willie Young, and he bursts up the middle, untouched into the end zone. Willie Young with the potential game-icing touchdown as the Hawks will take a 20-7 lead here in the 4th quarter.
You know, we're watching there. The facial expressions of the Wolverines just changed. It just looks like pure defeat for them there. You know, this late in the game, just under 9.5 minutes left in this ball game. If the Wolverines want to make a comeback here, they will need to make some huge plays and convert this game.
Absolutely, and we just not have seen enough firepower out of that Wellington offense up until this point. But let's see what they do here. Holowecki's extra point is good, but there were flags on the play. And it looks like a Wellington player is down on the field in pain. That's number 2, Corey Taluzma. And he will be checked on by the medical staff. See the Wellington players in the background kneeing for their injured teammate. So while we wait for the injured player to be checked out, let's talk about what we saw in that drive. How about that running game from Seminole Ridge there?
I mean, they got it done. I've said that. I feel like I've said that so many times tonight that the Hawks defense and offense is getting it done. That running play has been enough for them. They're trying to get throwing plays out there too, but it's just not cutting it tonight. So that running play, they're resorting to it. And honestly, if it's working, as the coaching staff, I would stay with it. I think it's the smart play. If it works, Willie Young is fired up right now. Keep giving him the ball. That adrenaline is just going to feed him and make him a stronger player. But we'll see. I'm not sure what the Wolverines can do here to change this ball game.
I agree. As we mentioned earlier, Wellington likes to lean on their run game, but the Seminole Ridge defense had been doing a very nice job of shutting down that run game. Until that last drive, the Wellington Wolverines did have a strong run game, but it fell apart once they got close to the red zone. Wellington Wolverines cannot afford that to happen. They're going to need that run game to be consistent all the way down the field. We see that Wellington player still down on the field, getting worked on. An unfortunate injury here. At the very least, this injury timeout is giving both teams to talk over exactly what they want to do for the rest of this game. Wolverines gonna have to figure out how to get past this Hawks defense that has shut them down all game. And it looks like the medical staff is bringing out a stretcher for the injured player. Once again, that whole Wellington sideline down on a knee, showing respect for their injured teammate. Looks like some Seminole Ridge Hawks players starting to get down on a knee, realizing how severe the injury is. Looked like it started with Christopher Recchio and Dylan Reed were the first ones to go down on a knee. Now the rest of the team is following suit.
You know, this is just a constant reminder here how dangerous these sports really can be. Injuries can happen at any time. We got to remember these are high school kids out there trying to have fun, trying to possibly make a career out of this game, and it is just all too true, the injuries that can happen in high school sports. Just a reminder for everybody here that this is real football. It is dangerous.
And we still are waiting for the injured player to be taken care of. So at the very least, the player is holding his leg. At least we know it isn't some type of head injury. The player is awake and alert, just seems to be in a lot of pain in his leg. And the player is still down on the field. But some Seminole Ridge players have decided that's enough kneeling for them.
Just to update here, EMTs are in fact checking out the player. He is awake, he is aware, but they are checking the player. They do appear to be checking more on his leg than anywhere else. So let's all hope and pray here that this player is all right. And again, like I said before, just a reminder to everybody how serious this stuff really can be.
So the injured player is number 2, Corey Taluzma. Junior wideout for this Wellington squad. So we are not going to disclose the full details of the injury, but we know that it is involving his ankle. It is a severe ankle injury for that young man. Truly unfortunate, and our prayers are certainly going out to him and his family.
Take it round 3. No, I'm making not just on the. Oh, no, definitely.
What a nice hand for the Wellington player. We hope he makes a speedy recovery.
And a round of applause from the crowd and the players.
And they didn't even win the game. I'll be upset if I broke some shit and I didn't win the game.
So in a moment of solidarity here for their teammate, it appears the Wolverines are going to step around him, pray over this injured player here. Absolute awesome showing of sportsmanship here. The fans are going wild in the stands. You know, this kind of stuff, it's unfortunate that occurs, but it also just shows the way that sports can unite students and families all together, coming around this player, coming around this team through a gruesome injury there.
It has started to rain here at the stadium. It is just pouring out of nowhere. Fans are fleeing the stadium. Of course, cameras and water do not work well together. We'll see how quickly we can get our cameras back up and running.
As we come back to the action, there was a penalty on the extra point, so we're going to do it again, 5 yards back.
Can you undo the mic?
So we have one camera angle for you guys as the rain continues to pour here.
Although his kick is up and good for the conversion, that's going to make the score Hawks 21. Wolverine 7.
Okay, camera.
Again, we apologize that we just have the one camera angle. It doesn't look to be raining too hard on the camera, but trust, it is pouring here at the Ridge. It'll be very interesting to see how the wetness of the field affects the rest of this game. See if players can get decent traction on their footing. As the Wellington Wolverines will return the kickoff to around the 30-yard line.
We do have a flag on the play. They can spot the ball down to the 32-yard line. Wellington will have the ball there, 1st and 10.
So the Wolves looking to cut into this 2-touchdown deficit here in the 4th quarter. Paul takes the snap, looking to pass. He's going to keep it himself. Seminole Ridge defender Thomas Grosso almost had a strip there. Quarterback was able to hold on to it. Pickup of about 3 yards there.
I think it's about right at 35. Brought down by Dylan Reed of the Hawks.
About 2nd and 7 now. Paul looking to pass again. Looking to the left side. That ball will fall to the ground incomplete. And as you see, we have gotten another one of our cameras back. Looks like we are back up and running. So 3rd down and 7 now for the Wolverines. Here goes Paul looking to pass again. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the Hawks. Running it down the right side. And he'll be brought down, but that is a huge turnover for the Hawks. That's linebacker Hayden Klingensmith who was able to haul it in there.
They're going to spot the ball down right at the 20-yard line. Hawks will have the ball there, 1st and 10.
What a crushing blow to this Wellington offense as their quarterback throws his 3rd interception of the game. Hayden Klingensmith coming up with a huge play there for the Hawks to give them the ball at the 20-yard line. Looking to make this a 3-touchdown lead now.
With that interception, that could seriously close out this game for the Wolverines. Just under 8.5 minutes left in this 4th quarter.
Now on 1st down, a handoff to Christopher Augustine gets stopped for negative yardage.
Carey brought down by Lane. Going to be a loss of about 4 on the play.
Looked like a loss of almost 4 yards there on the carry, bringing up 2nd and 14.
You know, do the Hawks here, do they try to risk injury? Do they risk, you know, I'm sure everybody's shaken up, watching a player get taken out on stretcher. Do they continue to play this game the same way they have been, or do they hold their lead, play defensively, and just try to close out this game and get that 1st win of the season here?
Now Gary Ryan's going to keep it himself, try to flip it over the middle, and that is intercepted. Devontae Oliver with the INT. Just a poorly underthrown ball there by Garrett Rhymes, and the Wolves take it right back.
Wellington. Check that, the 17-yard line. Wellington will have
and that is absolutely revitalizing there for the Wolverines. Had they not gotten this pick, the question right now would be, would they even have the time to win this ball game? They have that time now. They only need 2 touchdowns to tie up this ball game. If they keep playing defense like that, if the Hawks make mistakes like that, this game is far within their reach.
And in that situation, very interesting decision to throw the ball there. The running game had been working all night, and they're trying to run out this clock with the 14-point lead. And we apologize for the camera angle there, but it looks like the Wolves fumbled the football, and the Seminole Ridge Hawks take it right back.
Spotted at the 23-yard line.
What a crazy turn of events there. The interception by the Welly quarterback, then Garrett Rhymes does an interception, and then the Hawks get it right back with a forced fumble. 3 turnovers in 3 plays. So the Hawks with the ball again And Rhymes fumbles the snap.
Hawks a little trouble with the snap.
That's 2 fumbles we've seen now.
Gonna be a loss in the play.
As we mentioned earlier, could be a result of how hard it rained. That football is likely very slippery. Teams just having trouble holding on to it now.
You know, the grass is always the most slippery right after a short drizzle, and it will be a handoff down the middle here.
Reed with the carry, taking it to the 20-yard line. Gonna bring up 3rd and 7.
And that was Dylan Reed with the carry there. He got the big interception early on in the game to set the Hawks up with an early score, making an impact on both sides of the ball here. Hawks running the T formation again. This time the handoff goes up the middle for a nice pickup there. That was Christopher Augustin. He's had a nice workload tonight. Getting that ball down to the 10-yard line and a first down for the Hawks.
You know, we're seeing the Hawks put pieces together, make the plays they need to. This just seems like a complete Hawks football tonight, like we have not seen throughout this whole season. If they can get their first win tonight, it may be their last game and maybe their first win, but hey, they've played well tonight.
Now the handoff goes to Dylan Reed, trying to cut up inside, charging his way forward, and he will go into the end zone for a Seminole Ridge touchdown.
Now, I don't want to make conclusions too early here, but I think it is very safe to say, actually, maybe a change here. A flag is now thrown on the field. There's also a player down on the field. So, not going to finish my conclusion there. We will see what that flag is and also see how this injured player is.
What a nice hand as he makes his way back towards the sideline.
And that was Dylan Reed who came up with the injury, who just scored the touchdown. Dylan Reed has, as I mentioned earlier, Dylan Reed got it done on both sides tonight. The early interception and now a rushing touchdown. Truly a workhorse for the Seminole Ridge team.
You know, sad to see him go down there. We'll see if he can come back into this game, but he looks to be walking, talking. There's a slight limp there, but he's had an outstanding game. It's safe to say if he ends his season here, I think he should be happy with the way he's played tonight.
Absolutely, and this whole Hawks team has just played in a way that we have not seen all year. And now the Hawks going with a motion here on the extra point. Backup quarterback Mason Critchlow is set to receive the snap. And Mason Critchlow looking to pass. He's going to flip one to the right side, but he did not get enough air on that one. It looked like he was trying to throw it to the kicker, Owen Hollowecki.
Hawks pass goes incomplete.
A very fun trick play, but it does not work out for the Hawks.
Conversion is no good.
Hey, I'm all for a little bit of fun at the end of this game here. You know, they've got enough of a lead. They can take those chances. They can have a little bit of fun. Try to get that freshman kicker, Evan Hollowecki, something here, a touchdown before the end of the season. That would be awesome for that young kicker here on the Hawks football team.
So there were some penalty markers, but it will not affect anything too much. The Hawks keep their 27-7 lead and will kick it back to the Wolverines, who will have 5 minutes and 30 seconds to try to climb out of this 20-point deficit.
It truly is. It's awesome to see both of the teams competed tonight. I think the Wolverines are shaken up. One of their players seriously injured, and not to keep bringing that up, but it seriously can affect a team and is just a reality check for I think both teams, but most importantly the Wolverines here. Who knows if that's affected their game, but it is great to see the Hawks play well here and hopefully round out this ball game well.
And Holowicki kicks it away. Kick is fielded around the 10-yard line. The return man gets it down to the 30-yard line.
We got another flag coming in on the play.
That was Watkins on the return, but there is a flag.
Looks like that's going to be a personal foul against Seminole Ridge.
And that penalty will go against the Hawks.
So they're going to walk that off from the
Looks like that would be a 15-yard penalty against the Hawks. And the Wolverines will now start their drive on the 45-yard line. And something we would just like to mention about this victory for the Hawks, the Wellington Wolverines are a pretty decent team. Their record is only 4-4, but they were able to take down the Joaquin Garcia Bulldogs earlier in the year. And Garcia is a 7-2 powerhouse this year. So Seminole Ridge really bringing their best against a team that has performed well against the best of the best this year.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, we saw Wellington also go for a 52-0 game not long ago either. So without a doubt, they are not a bad team at all. No matter what their past years have said about them, they have been a good football team this year. And the Hawks are challenging them well. The Hawks seem to know what they're doing. They seem to have figured out the pieces that they need to do and make. And it may be the end of the season, but they've figured it out now.
And we might sound a little biased, but this Hawks team truly has played better than their record. They are 0-9, but they have been close in every game, and then things just start to fall apart late in the fourth quarter for them. They're finally proving here what they can do when they keep it together for a full game. As Wellington now has their backup quarterback in the game, trying to launch one downfield, almost picked off. But there is a penalty marker on the floor.
Pearson's pass goes incomplete. Gonna bring up 2nd and 10.
And it is the running back Tyree Pearson handling the quarterbacking duties now.
I mean, it's late in the season. It's clear both teams are just, subbing in those second strings, subbing in those third strings, just trying to get players on the field that maybe haven't gotten a lot of big playing time this year. So it's good to see both teams have a little bit of fun here.
And keep in mind, this is not the last game of the season for the Wolverines. They have a tough matchup against Jupiter next week, so they would hate to have any of their starters get injured here in a game that is clearly out of reach. So as we mentioned, the running back Pearson in at quarterback, looking to pass to the left side. And it looks like that will be ruled a completion.
Pierce's pass complete to
Pickup
Allen.
of about 5 yards there, as it'll bring up a 4th down.
Spotted down just over midfield. Gonna bring up 4th down and 4.
On 4th down now. The Wolves launching one deep downfield.
And we do have
And that pass
flag
was
coming
incomplete, but there was a penalty marker thrown close to where the incompletion happened.
Looks like that will go as a pass interference against Seminole Ridge. That's going to move the ball all the way down
Just
to
3
the
minutes and
30-yard
35
line.
seconds left in this ball game. We'll see if the Wolverines can get another point or two here.
So that pass interference call will bring up 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Look at the pass again here. Quarterback having to step up to avoid the pressure. Cutting his way forward.
Tyree Pearson with the quarterback keeper. Looks like we do have a
Looks to
flag
be
on
just
the
shy of the
field.
20-yard line.
Call against the Wolverines.
And it looks like a penalty will move the Wolverines back to the 40-yard line.
Gonna move the ball back to the 40-yard line. It's gonna bring up 1st and 20 for Wellington.
The Wolves will be faced with a 1st and 20 now. Under heavy pressure by Preston Swoop. The quarterback just tries to get rid of that one as soon as he can.
Wellington's pass goes in.
It's bringing up 2nd and 20 now.
Okay. Okay.
You know, Preston Swoop, he is one of those star players for the Hawks, has made a difference throughout this season, whether it shows on record or not. He has made that difference, has made tackles, and he continues to do that through the end of his season and the end of his senior year here.
The Hawks with heavy pressure again, that time by Hayden Klingensmith. He came up with the big interception on a couple drives ago. And he will bury the Wolves quarterback, setting them up with a 3rd and almost impossible.
That's gonna bring up 3rd down and a trip to Wellington.
So the call there is 3rd down and 31 yards. 3rd down and 31 yards. So defense for the Hawks right now seems to be on overdrive, making stop after stop after stop and just pushing that Wolverine defense back. Sorry, offense back.
And
Ball pass intended for Sabatino, off his hands, incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
so the Wolverines actually brought their starting quarterback back into the game for that 3rd and 31, but it falls incomplete, bringing up a 4th and 31.
Just a minute and 14 seconds left in this ball.
And the Wolves will punt it away on 4th and 31.
Off the return, take it back out near the 40-yard line.
As the clock will wind down under a minute to go,
And let's not forget the band. How about a nice hand for the band? Nice job.
the Hawks will be able to kneel this one out. So the Seminole Ridge Hawks will not go winless this season. They take down the Wellington Wolverines 27-7.
You know, they've had a rough season. We see it with teams all the time, NFL teams, college teams, all over the place. They have a tough season, but if they can round it out, they can end it happy. It's a big run here for the Hawks.
Looks like Willie Young wanted to do a little more damage in his final game here as a Seminole Ridge Hawk. And this is also our final football live stream for the season. And my co-host Heath Wood is a senior, so this is his final football broadcast with us. Heath, how are you feeling?
You know, I feel pretty good. Last football, but we will have plenty more sports, so tune in as we do more sports throughout the year. And real quick, as we wait for this play to start, I want to thank all the seniors on our live stream crew completing their last football live stream of the year, and that will be the ball game.
Yes, so we bid farewell to Heath Wood and the rest of our seniors on our live stream crew. But hey, bad news, everybody. You're stuck with me. I'll be back next year. Tune in next year for live streams. But in the meantime, congratulations to the Seminole Ridge Hawks for their first win of the season, 27-7.
Absolutely. Congrats to the Hawks here. And it may be the last football live stream, but let's not forget, tune in for plenty more sports from Seminole Ridge TV production here. We will be covering more sports later in the year as time goes on, so continue to tune in. It may be goodbye for football, but it is not a long goodbye. I will be back.
So on behalf of Principal Robert Hatcher and our athletic director, Cliff Gailey, we thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of Friday Night Lights. We hope you had a good time.